All right, good morning and welcome back to our channel Prince's Seat. Today is the 2nd of November 2025, and I must need bring some clarity to this because I know that after the speech of Apostle Ken, a lot of versions would come out. They're going to come out. So we need to really get the basics and the ground foundation to what Apostle Ken has actually said in his speech. And that's why this message is coming this morning to put some clarity, a broader vision of, the kind of broader perspective to this so that we can understand where he's coming from and where he is headed. So in his recent address just yesterday night to the community, we understood that came after months of silence and a lot of waiting has been in the ecosystem. His message was actually full of encouragement, assurances, and some clarity, but yet more clarity needs to be given. However, beyond the emotions, there are some key points which must be understood and also respond to practically. The purpose of this breakdown is to help every subscriber, every coordinator and partner to understand that there are some real takeaways from his messages and then what they must mean to everyone who is in expectation and how all of us should act moving forward. The first point there that he mentioned is applicable to everybody, especially everyone waiting for a long time. And that's the point where he said, you are not ignored. You are not ignored. A lot of people have been waiting for a long time, having lost hope, lost faith. Others thought the management or Apostle Ken himself had forgotten everyone, just left the ship to wander on the aisle. But by saying that you are not ignored, he was simply telling everyone that you are still recognized, you are still valued, I remember you, and you are not forsaken. So let this message in practical response, let this message or the statement remove any form of bitterness or anger from your heart, no matter how long it has taken. Remember that the acknowledgement means that you are still in the plan. So stay composed and avoid attacking anyone out of frustration. A lot of people have lost their blessings due to impatience and negativities arising. So instead, remain alert. Keep your thoughts aligned with the concept of this vision. All right, official update would always be aired right on this platform, and this is the time for us to look forward towards that and not cause any chaos. All right, secondly, another key takeaway from his word is that the day is already at hand. Our God has answered us almost already. I see this statement as a prophetic confirmation that process of disbursement is close, very close to completion. Almost already is a spiritually loaded statement, which actually means that the final touches have been made. You might ask, for how long will the final touch be made? Well, I don't know. And I just know that God's hand is already moving to bring results to us. We must interpret this so wisely. It doesn't mean that the disbursement is going to happen the next hour, but it means that we are now in the final phase of it. And at this stage, what is actually needed is just not to panic, but to prepare. Be ready both mentally and spiritually. For leaders, for coordinators, you must start to put structures in place to manage what is coming for you. For individuals, it means also that you need to prepare things, stay informed, don't lose focus. Now that you are near the finish line, don't just lose focus. This voice is going to calm down the voices of skeptics in the atmosphere who thought that nothing actually like disbursement is happening. Don't let it be you. All right. Now, the key takeaways, which is the third one there, is when he said, I have nothing to do with Pioneer. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I'm not aware of it. That was another cogent takeaway there. He stylishly distanced himself, not even stylishly, he clearly distanced himself from the Pioneer group, that some people have been linking him or linking UAAG with. And this statement was maybe to him to a kind of protect the integrity of UAAG and to ensure that everyone understands UAAG plan and the Pioneer also, that they are two different, completely different entities. They are not together. If you are the one that really listens carefully, you will know that Ngozi Israel has stressed this time and time again, that Pioneer is not UAAG and UAAG is not Pioneer. They are two different entities under two different organs. You understand? So stop mixing names or assuming every grant is under Apostle Ken. Not every grant is under Apostle Ken, so he cannot say much. He can't even say anything precisely about UAAG. The only recognized project that is under his direction is the Sanctuary World Multipurpose Foundation. So any other name or group claiming his approval should be treated carefully unless confirmed officially. And this is also a lesson on information management. We should possibly avoid mixing things together. Stay loyal to the true platform. Always wait for official announcement or clarification right on this platform. Directly from this platform, we will definitely air it to you. And we are one of the first that actually airs information for your fear. All right. That being said, he also mentioned about the government trying to help out, which is completely different from what we used to hear, the narrative we know before. It's a vital statement, which means that the grant process has now moved into official recognition and possibly partnership with the government structures. There's nothing to worry about anymore. When the government now gets involved and they are helping out, it adds a level of legitimacy, protection, and also wider reach to the project. And I think it's not enough just hearing it from anybody, but right now we are hearing it from Apostle Ken himself. So just try as much as possible. We must understand that when government is involved, processes sometimes takes time because of all of the legal protocols, bureaucracies, verifications, documentations, what have you. But it also means that this project is now being taken seriously at governmental and higher level. And therefore, instead of you complaining, be patient. There is money. There is money to be disbursed. If the government is backing it, that means that there would be transparency at a higher level, and funds would reach the right beneficiaries without fraud or shortcuts, knowing that the IMF, though he didn't say anything about the IMF actually, but it's a donor fund, international donor fund. So IMF must be involved. You understand? It must be involved. The statement calls for maturity on our side and the cooperation from everyone. So don't panic. Don't panic about the delays. Rather rejoice that the project has gained national attention and recognition. It is to our advantage. It's to our advantage. The fifth takeaway from his word is that I'm going to be coming out for broadcast very, very shortly, very soon. So it simply means that Apostle Ken intends to make an official public broadcast in a very short while to explain everything in detail, possibly announcing dates, possibly updates and some next steps that is going to bring guidance to how the fund is going to be distributed to all and sundry. So in practical response, you should be attentive and follow information back to back right from this channel. Don't be tired. There would be a lot of fake broadcasts or some edited videos and circulating. Do not fall for them. Wait for the official broadcast or statement from Apostle Ken himself or through this official communication channel. When he comes out for this broadcast, it will likely mark the final transition from the long time of silence to action. And everyone must prepare for that moment, because it may come with specific instructions that is going to be followed very carefully. So please wait for that. Then he mentioned safe delivery also, which has to do with a spiritual symbolism. He compared the current stage to a woman who is in labor, ready to deliver, but needing strength and grace. So safe delivery, which actually refers to the successful release and disbursement of these funds without any crisis, without any division, without any mistake, but so seamlessly. I think prayer remains the greatest tool at this point that everyone should pray, not only for their personal benefit, but for the smooth completion of the entire process. So pray for Apostle Ken's health. Yes, the witches and wizards, the powers, the forces, principalities, kingdoms of Persia. Pray for him for wisdom, for the management team also. Pray for protection from distractions and sabotage. Also, avoid negative confessions. Very important. Avoid mockery. These only delay manifestations. In fact, begin to replace your complaint with thanksgiving, as far as I'm concerned. A thankful heart attracts divine speed. It does. It does. He also said that a lot of people have insulted him because of the vision and his standout. He admitted that he has been criticized, insulted, misunderstood by those who lost patience, but I think his calmness and endurance also has proved his sincerity over time. It takes humility, honestly. It takes a lot of humility, nerve, and conviction to still speak peacefully after being attacked. And there's a moral lesson here to everyone. When God gives someone a vision, not everyone would understand it immediately. A lot of people are going to mock you until results begin to show. People only value result, not your statements and what of you. Partners should now take, I think, we all should take responsibility and so much avoid joining those who criticize. Instead, we should honor leadership and continue to believe in this process. It's going to manifest, of course. If the leaders had given up because of insults, I think the whole community would have collapsed by this time. So we'd rather have to support him with prayers and not pressure. We should recognize that divine projects face spiritual resistance at all levels, at the capital crest of all levels, before it finally manifests. So finally, he mentioned critically that the waiting is almost over. And I think this is a central message of his address. We have all entered the final stage of this long-awaited disbursement. The season of uncertainty is being replaced right now with our preparations. And in practical response to this, I think now is the time to stay alert, not the time to scatter. It is the time to be organized, which means that the coordinators, the stakeholders, they should ensure that their lists are updated, their records are very much accurate. Please, subscribers should make sure that their details are complete and valid and still in the ledger. Very important. Have a good rapport with your coordinator, your cluster heads, in case you've lost focus or you just felt you are hoping on, but be in constant communication with them. Everyone should maintain orderliness, maintain peace, maintain the structure. When the release starts, it may come in phrases, but don't panic. If others receive whatever thing, everybody's going to receive. I think the system is going to cover everyone accordingly. Whatever method or modality they want to adopt, whether it's one-time roll-on or official roll-on, whatever it is, let it just be, I prefer one-time roll-on of disbursement. But most importantly, believe that this is not just about money. It's about you being empowered and transformed entirely, your generation, your life. So use your expected blessing to uplift others and not just yourself. A lot of people have been asking, Princess, how much is going to be disbursed? Well, I can't tell you categorically right now. We've had a lot of, amount in the past, in recent past, 3 million, some say 2 million, some say 5 million, but we cannot just predict on these figures until he comes out or until Allah begins to speak. At least by the time it rests in your bank account, nobody will tell you that that's your money and that's the amount that's been expected. But before then, it's all just speculations. So finally, this is a summary of the message to all of us. Apostle Ken was not just, the speech was not just an update for us. It's a divine assurance for all of us. The real takeaways are very simple. You are remembered The process is near completion, and UAAG stands alone. Sanctuary World stands alone, separate from any other project. And the government involvement also means that there is a lot of credibility and structure in the system. A major broadcast is coming, so stay alert. Prayer is still required very much for safe and peaceful delivery, and the waiting season is about to be ended. So in simple terms, in connectivity, the message is just that we have moved from promise into performance, and it is time for maturity right now. It's time for patience. It's time for all of us to unite right on this platform and the ecosystem with prayer and indestructible oneness. So let every subscriber hold on a little longer. As Apostle Ken rightly said, God has answered us almost already. That phrase is still sticking in my head. All right. So indeed, the vision is speaking at last, and soon joy is going to replace the long wait. Thank you very much. This is Prince. It always standing for the masses. We will say the truth as it is, and these are just the key takeaways. So rest. Everything is under control, and nothing is scattered, nothing is broken, nothing is missing. God bless you. Go to church. Give thanks to God for what He has done. He has done us good. God bless you, and do have a nice day. And bye for now.